Hey guys, it's Logan and welcome to another video. Today we're doing week 8 reaction plus week 9 predictions. First off, Bengals and Jets. Jets actually won this one 34-31. Jets moved to 2 and 5 and Cincinnati moves to 5 and 3. Kind of weird because the Jets backup Mike White threw for like over 400 yards and just tore up the Bengals defense. So strange one. Titans at Colts. Titans win in overtime, 34-31. Tennessee moves to 6 and 2, and Indianapolis moves to 3 and 5. Sadly, Derrick Henry is likely out for the rest of the season. I forget what his injury was, but he has the possibility of returning or like late playoffs, but. Rams at Texans. Rams win 38-22. A lot of those 22 points by the Texans were garbage time points, but they still happen. The Rams move to 7 and 1, and Houston to the opposite at 1 and 7. Steelers at Browns. Steelers win this one. Kind of weird score, 15-10. But Pittsburgh moves to 4 and 3, and Cleveland to 4 and 4. Eagles at Lions. Two really bad teams, but the Eagles just dominate this one, 44-6. So Philly moves to 3 and 5, and Detroit to 0 and 8. 49ers at Bears. The 49ers win 33-22, moving San Fran to 3 and 4, and Chicago to 3 and 5. Panthers at Falcons. Panthers win this one 19-13, although they did not have a good offensive showing, but they moved to 4 and 4, and Atlanta through to 3 and 4. Dolphins at Bills. Bills not as high scoring as I thought they would win, but 26-11. Again, another weird score. But Buffalo moves to 5 and 2, and Miami to 1 and 7. Pats at Chargers. The Pats win this one pretty narrowly, 27-24, moving New England to 4 and 4, and LA to 4 and 3. Jags at Seahawks. The Seahawks win this one pretty handily, 31-7, moving them to 3 and 5, and Jacksonville to 1 and 6. Washington at Broncos. Broncos do win this one, 17-10. It was a win, but it felt like a loss. Like, if that makes sense. It was not a good win. But Denver moves to 4 and 4, and Washington to 2 and 6. Bucks at Saints. Saints pull this one out, 36-27. Surprisingly, Jameis Winston got injured, and I think he's out the rest of the season. So Trevor Siemian, who was a former Bronco, led the Saints to a win. But New Orleans moves to 5 and 2, and Tampa Bay to 6 and 2. Sunday Night Football, Cowboys and Vikings. Cowboys also win their matchup with a backup, 20-16. And Dallas moves to 6 and 1, and Minnesota to 3 and 4. And then Monday Night Football, Chiefs win not that well, 20-17, moving them to 4 and 4, and New York to 2 and 6. So my prediction record for last week would be 10 out of 15. 2/3, not great, but decent enough. So AFC East, the Bills are leading at 5 and 2. AFC West, Raiders are leading at also at 5 and 2. AFC North, Ravens, guess what? 5 and 2. And AFC South, lone team with 6 wins at 6 and 2. NFC East, Cowboys leading at 6 and 1. NFC West, Cardinals at 7 and 1, also tied with Rams who are 7 and 1. But the Cardinals beat the Rams, so they hold that spot. NFC North, Packers also at 7 and 1, and then NFC South, the Bucks at 6 and 2. Then for Week 9, Thursday Night Football, we have the Jets at the Colts. I think the Colts win this one, 26-20. Two not great teams, but I think Mike White's performance against the Bengals was a fluke, and I don't think it'll happen again. Falcons at Saints. I think the Saints won this one 23-21. Like I said, Jameis is out, but the Falcons aren't good, and their number one wide receiver, Calvin Ridley, is also out due to personal mental health reasons. Broncos at Cowboys. I think the Cowboys destroy the Broncos 38-21. The Broncos have just been disappointing this season, and I don't think they'll do well against a good Cowboys team. Even if Dak Prescott isn't going to start, he has the possibility to start, but it's not definite. The Panthers. I think the Patriots win this one 27-20. Two pretty good defenses, just not good offenses. But hey, Vikings at Ravens. I think the Ravens win this one 30-24. They're good at running the ball. The Vikings are not good against the run, so I think they can exploit that. Browns at Bengals. I think the Bengals win this one 27-24. Browns are still banged up, and the Bengals just came off losing to the Jets. So I am not sure how well each team will do, but I still think the Bengals have a slight edge. Bills at Jaguars. I think the Bills win this one 35-17. Jaguars just suck. And the Bills have the top passing defense, and one of the top just defenses overall, and a pretty decent offense. Texans at Dolphins. The Dolphins, I think, win 27-20. Both just really bad teams, but the Texans are just more of a dumpster fire. So I think they lose this one. Raiders at Giants. I think the Raiders win this one 26-24. This would be less close, but I'll get to some stuff later. Chargers at Eagles. I think the Chargers win this one 31-21. The Eagles also not a good team. Although they are good at running, and the Chargers' running defense sucks, so they might be able to exploit them there. It's just, yeah. I just still think the Chargers are better. Packers at Chiefs. I think the Chiefs win this one 31-27. Normally, I would say that the Packers win this one, but Aaron Rodgers is going to be out for this game, possibly the next game too. He tested positive for the coronavirus. So, I just don't think that the Packers are capable of, having that Rodgers magic like we saw with the Cardinals, where all of his components, or most of his components, were out, but he still found a way to win that one. But the Chiefs are, or have not been good. Their defense sucks. Their offense is not in a good place, but I think they still find a way to pull it out. Cardinals at 49ers. I think the Cardinals win this one 30-27. San Francisco could run on Arizona pretty well, but I think Arizona is still too good to only get defeated by running the ball. I mean, they might be, but hey, Sunday Night Football, Titans at Rams. I think the Rams won this one 31-24. Derrick Henry, like I said, is out for the rest of the regular season at least. And the Rams are just, or I think the Rams would have won this one anyway, just because they are a pretty good team. And Bears at Steelers. I think the Steelers win this one 24-17. The Bears have not been good this season, and I think the Steelers are sort of heating up a little bit. I mean, they're still not great, but hey. And then the Lions, Seahawks, Buccaneers, and Washington are all on their bye week this week. And then other news, starting off with some trades. Von Miller was sent to the LA Rams for a second and a third round pick. So as a Broncos fan, this sucks, but if you think of it as a business deal, it's great for Vaughn. He's going to a contender, can possibly win another ring. Pretty good for the Broncos that they're able to get a second and a third out of Vaughn. And his contract was expiring anyway, and we probably wouldn't have gotten him anyway. So, but it still sucks. He was the life of the Broncos, and I will miss him severely. I mean, like he said, we'll always have Super Bowl 50. But yeah, again, kind of a sad couple days in Broncos country. Also, Melvin Ingram of the Steelers was traded to the Chargers for, I think, a 6th-round pick. Could bolster their pass rush a little bit. Charles Omenihu was traded from the Texans to the 49ers. I forget for what. And then Lauren Duvernay-Tardif, the Chiefs starting, I think he's a guard, was sent to the Jets for a tight end, like a no-name tight end, Dan Brown. I have no clue who he is. Weird trade overall. He was riding the bench because I think a younger rookie, I want to say, was starting over him. And then really crappy situation happened as either yesterday or 2 days ago, but the Raiders starting receiver, Henry Ruggs, the third, was in a horrible accident, and he is being charged with a DUI resulting in death. So sadly, he did get in an accident and killed someone. And it's coming out that he was driving 156 miles an hour, and his alcohol blood level was like double the legal, level that is like acceptable. So just a really sad and avoidable situation, and it really sucks for all parties involved. You just think this 20-something, I think 22-year-old star NFL player just got his life ruined, and especially in Nevada, where if he's convicted, he's gonna get 2 to 20 years without a possibility of probation. And for the family, like, just multiple lives just changed in an instant, and really sad and sucky situation, and completely avoidable. Like, he was 10 minutes away from the Raiders, like, training facility. He could have called a cab or called an Uber or called a Lyft or any of these other things, and it's especially like relevant or I can't think of the word, but in today's age where you have all these options, just completely avoidable, really nasty situation. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Sorry for kind of leaving it on a sad, suckier note. But thanks for watching. Comment down below what you think of any of my predictions, any of this situation with any other trades or Henry Ruggs, or what you think of your team. And please be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, thank you all so very much. Peace.